Kim Lomas. Apart from being a barmaid, you know, a nice cream lady as well, having made that over
I know,
there.
yeah.
So, 7 years, isn't it, so far? It's an amazing
Seven,
amount
yeah,
of time.
7. It's gone so quickly for me.
Now, this current storyline, oh, is she going to be the new landlady or what? But, I mean, because, of course, now, you know that Beverly Callard's coming back.
Yes.
But your character, Michelle, doesn't know that Liz McDonald's coming back.
No, she doesn't. And she's not best pleased at the start because he's kept it secret from her, like he's kept everything secret from her. It's just typical of Steve, isn't it, really?
Yeah, absolutely right.
So she's not happy in the beginning, but then they kind of strike up a friendship. We kind of gang up on Steve.
Oh, that's rather fun.
Yeah.
So, good to have Bev back?
Oh, it's great to have her back. It's so good to have her back. We are really good friends anyway, outside of work. I was one of her bridesmaids. But we do get the giggles terribly. Awful. We get shouted at and everything. It's terrible.
Will you be quiet? It must be difficult in that situation because you do very much. You are a family. You're working together. What, 6 days a week? Are you working?
Sometimes 6, yeah. Mostly 5, but sometimes 6.
So you need to get on, really, don't you?
Yeah. Well, you know, we all do. It sounds really cliche because, you know, everyone goes, "Oh, we're just a big family," but we really are because, you know, we're all kind of in the same boat. We know how it is, you know, working long hours and all the rest of it. And obviously, you tend to become closer to those that you work directly with, you know. But yeah, I mean, we literally are, you know, we get on and we have cast nights out and things.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. Are there people in... Because you were saying you work more closely with people who, you know, you're related or you're living with, or that's obvious. Are there people that you've virtually never had a scene with in there? Because we always think of you all as Corrie and you're all together.
Yeah.
Are there people you've hardly ever worked with?
Yeah, there's lots of people that I hardly ever get the chance to work with. People like David Nielsen, who plays Roy Cropper.
Yeah.
I hardly ever get to be in a scene with David. Well, I had one the other day, actually, and she was just... I can't... He's just so funny.
Well, he makes me crack up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the trouble. Doing a scene with him because he's so sort of earnest and inside himself. And I'd have to laugh. It'd be very difficult.
It is very funny. There are some people you find it very hard, like Simon Gregson, got to say.
Oh, yes.
He's just so funny because he starts laughing here. It's his eyes start twinkling, and that's it. I just go. Then I look like I'm the one that's...
Because, and I actually think they're probably going to be impatient because the turnaround is ferocious now, isn't it, in terms of shoot it, put it in the can, move on.
Yeah, it really is. You know, we're working, you know, we've got like 3 or 4 directors working at one time. Yeah. So we're making like really a month's worth of episodes at once. And you kind of, if you're in all the episodes, it's kind of confusing because you might film the end of the storyline before you've filmed the beginning, and it's
so you need to know exactly where you are.
Yes.
What do I know at this point?
Yeah,
what don't I know?
We very often ask that question.
Yeah.
Very often.
Almost hourly.
Yeah, always. Yeah, yeah.
Did you ever imagine when you got to be in this pop band, you know, hearsay, that it would end up like this? It's an astonishing development, isn't it? You know, because it's proper acting, you know, being a soap. People are sometimes a bit, oh, it's a soap. It's acting.
No, it is, yeah, it is. Well, I think that's kind of, you know, people's kind of views on soap have changed over the years because now, you know, all the top actors want to be in the soaps, you know, and...
You've had Ian McKellen in Coronation
Did
Street.
indeed.
Surreal. Yes.
Absolutely, yeah, you know, I think, you know, people love them. They, you know, they love them, they become so involved, you know, and it kind of takes you away from your own life for a bit, doesn't it?
But then Corrie takes you away from everything else. It does mean you can't, say, do a stage play unless your character goes on a Spanish holiday for a bit or something. Yeah. Does that frustrate you, the fact that you can't move it on? You've got to stay there.
No, it doesn't frustrate. I mean, obviously, you know, when you're in a show like Corrie, you kind of can't really think beyond that because, you know, it does consume your life, really. Yeah. In a good way, not in a bad way. But yeah, I mean, it's very intense, you know, and we do work kind of 12-hour days, and you know, it can be quite intense. And
do you keep up with the rest of the band? Mylene was on the show, you know, comes on regularly. So do you keep up?
We talk occasionally, Mylene and I, and Danny. I keep in touch with Danny, not so much Noel and Suzanne, but you know, Danny actually sang at my wedding.
Ah, and your daughter is in the business now as well.
She's just starting.
How old?
She's only 15. She's 16 next month. Yeah. But she's just got the most beautiful voice. She's just, you know, really, really great voice and wants to do it. And so I'm kind of encouraging that, I think, you know.
What sort of advice do you give her? What do you say? What do you say don't do?
Well, she's at that age at the moment where she's every time because I sing a lot at charity events, so whenever I get a chance, I take her along with me, and we've done the last 4 weekends we've sang at charity events, and she's getting much more confident now, you know. So she's kind of seen it along the line, so it's not really
eased in gradually, not too much.
Absolutely, yeah. But she always still looks at me like this when she's on stage. Is that all right? Yeah, it's fine.
Nice that you're still regarded as being cool. You can catch Coronation Street tomorrow night on ITV at 7:30. My thanks for now to Kim Lomas. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Don't go anywhere, because after the break, our doctors are back with their open clinic where they'll be looking at how to get rid of age spots and useful tips for asthma sufferers. We'll be back after this teeny-weeny break.